and that is the Indiana Pacers. At the same time as the Chicago Bulls are 1.5 games outside of that last play-in spot with 18 games left on the season. The Bulls' performance not only this game, but the remaining 18 games is highly important. And we're going to talk about how we can see the Bulls performing tonight against the Indiana Pacers, what the expectations are, how realistic is the play-in still for the Chicago Bulls, and we'll break it all down and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
All right, Bulls fans, we back in the building, another game up. We're going to see how the Bulls perform tonight against the Indiana Pacers. A couple of things that we're looking for in this game, rebounding. This Bulls team has to rebound the ball well against this team. It does a couple of things. They have to limit second chance points. You do that by rebounding the ball, especially defensively. If you can rebound the ball offensively, you get yourself a couple of extra possessions as well on top of that. But what rebounding the ball defensively does for the Chicago Bulls, it allows them to attack the other team's defense before it sets up if they push that fast break. That is what we're going to need to see from the Chicago Bulls, is attack the glass as a team. Team rebounding is one of the biggest things that I want to see from this game. On top of that, defense. Do we keep up the defensive intensity all 4 quarters? Now, as many of you guys know, we are now a top 5 defense in the NBA, even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes. The Bulls are 3-7 in their last 10 games. So, we see where defense is getting us in regards to that, but the Bulls have to continue to play defense, play solidly on that side of the ball, and then shoot the ball efficiently, right? I'm not even saying from 3-point range. At this point, I think we all know and realize this team is not a 3-point shooting team nor threat. And because of that, you have to shoot the ball effectively from everywhere else on the court if you're going to have success in the modern day NBA. Can the Bulls do these things? We'll see. We know that they have the capability to do it, but they don't always do it and execute it in a way that their skill level will tell you that they can do. They need to play smart offense. That's what we need to see the Chicago Bulls team do. Play intelligently. It's not that hard, right? You have players that are getting paid millions of dollars. Is it too much to ask for you guys to play like you have some sort of intelligence about yourself, right? We need to see that from the Chicago Bulls team. They do not want to overlook a Indiana Pacers team that has just continued to play them tough, that is executed, that is just, listen, technically the Bulls should be better than the Pacers. But we all know, even if you look at their records, it's not that much difference. The Bulls don't really sit that much higher as far as wins than the Indiana Pacers. We're only 1 spot above them in the standings at that. So this is not a team that you want to overlook, and we're in a tough stretch for the Chicago Bulls right now. Let's be clear here. This is not an easy stretch for the Bulls because of how they play. We got the Pacers this afternoon. We then got Denver on Wednesday. That's going to be a tough matchup. I don't know how much faith I have in the Bulls in that game. We then got Houston next Saturday, which is, the Bulls have a lot of space here this week. And then next Wednesday, we got the Sacramento Kings, who's played us tough as well. We got Minnesota Timberwolves after that. Miami, 2 games against Philly, 1 game against Portland, a game against the Lakers, a game against the Clippers, another game against the Lakers, Charlotte, Memphis, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Dallas. That takes us into the midway through April. That is the majority of our games left this season. It's not easy for the Chicago Bulls. And then we end the season. We end the season with Atlanta, Milwaukee, Dallas, and Detroit. It's not easy for the Chicago Bulls, not with how they play. How the Bulls play over these next games are going to be extremely important. Extremely important. So let's go ahead and get into you guys' comments, see how you guys are feeling tonight. The Bulls have blown leads of 21 points and 24 points in the last 2 meetings with the Pacers. And Rick Carlisle stated the game plan is to let the Bulls go up 20 points in the first half. That's funny. But hey, you can't blame it. Let's go get them Bulls, Halliburton. That's funny. King C also says, let's get the play-in Pacers. Listen, listen, as much the Pacers definitely have a chance, but Halliburton, is he playing tonight? I know he's listed as questionable. I don't know if Halliburton's actually playing tonight. So we'll see what that means if he actually is playing. Let's take a look if they've updated the injury report. It's questionable, but he did participate in Saturday's practice. He's on track to suit up. Oh, yeah, Halliburton looks like he's going to play. Naismith is still listed as questionable, though. Lil Bulls fan says, sup, y'all? What's going on, fam? Melvin, another one, says, Donovan said Javonte Green hasn't been able to advance past straight ahead running. He experiences discomfort when he attempts lateral movement. Is this the same medical staff during Pax Guard? Well, keep in mind, that has nothing to do with the medical staff. We got to remember, everybody blames the medical staff. Medical staffs in the NBA don't do shit. They don't do shit. They don't diagnose. They don't prescribe. They don't come up with plans as far as recovery plans. They execute what the external doctors come up with. We blame everything on the medical staff. The medical staff honestly doesn't do a lot. Now, it is up to the medical staff to clear players to play. That is why people said that the Bulls almost killed Luau Deng, is because their medical staff was trying to clear Luau to play when he shouldn't have been cleared. But as far as the recovery plan, things like that, that's determined by outside doctors. So the medical staff isn't at fault at that one. Not with that one. What's good, Haize? These last 2 games against the Pacers have been disappointment as we've blown leads up to 20. Need to step up as we try to get to the play. Yeah, definitely. You're spot on there, brother. Spot on. What's up, Haize? You already said that. What's going on, fam? Torian Whitfield's in the building. He says, "See Red Nation." What's going on, Torian? Glad to have you in the building as always. What's up with the Bulls and handling players' knee issues now? Wu can't return. Well, keep in mind, everything I just said applies to that. So it's not necessarily the Bulls medical staff. It's their doctors. Now, if they send him to the same doctor that Lonzo Ball went to, that's a completely different story. But debridement surgery, same thing that Lonzo had. I said it before. Once that 4 to 6 week period went by and they said nothing, Javonte Green isn't returning this season. Mark my words. Javonte, if he does come back, it'll be maybe the last week of the season in the playoffs. But more than likely, Javonte Green's done for the season. Remember what I said. Matt says, the GOAT, you feeling any better, Haize? Slightly. I'm in here. I'm drugged up. So, it is what it is, man. We're going to ride it out as the way we do it. Alana's in the building. Hey, y'all, what's going on, Alana? Glad to have you in here as always. Do you think the Bulls going to blow against the Pacers again? It's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Windy City Vid, Cyrese will officially play against the Bulls as he was listed. Question. That's tough. That's tough. We'll see listen, we got Pat Bev. Pat Bev hasn't, at least not for this team, played for us when we played against the Pacers. So hopefully Pat Bev is going to come out and really be able to guard Halliburton. If we lose today, that will drop us to the 12th seed. Yep. And if we lose today, I'm telling you guys right now, if we lose today, we're not making the play. Just mark my words. If the Bulls lose today, we're not making the play. Don't even worry about it. At that point, let's start hoping that we're going to get lucky when it comes to lottery balls. How are you feeling today, Haize? Hope you're doing well. I'm good, MCC. Don't think my computer restarted when I was about to get on your neck over on Bear Central. I saw your comment, but you the homie, bro. So you already know, man. We have fun. Acme better work. The ass is off this summer. 3 continuities in a row. A year and a half of basically nothing. Last year's trade deadline. Last season. Keep in mind, last season it made no sense to do stuff at the trade deadline because they just put that team together. So you can't blame them on that. They literally just put that team together in the offseason. You're not going to be active in the free agency and offseason every single year. So I give them a pass there. This offseason, yes, they should have done more to add to the team. Now, I not having that full mid-level exception to use because ownership doesn't want to pay the luxury tax definitely presents its problems. But this trade deadline, you needed to do something and you didn't do anything. What's up, my boy? I missed the last 2 live streams because of work, but it's always nice to catch a live with the fam. Glad to have you in the building, Omar. Hope the fam and everything's doing good. Shit. It's Haize and the gang. What's up, Bulls Central gang? What's going on, Mark Shannon? Glad to have you in the building. Omar talking shit. By the way, the last one against the Pistons was the ugliest W in Bulls history. It's even uglier than your beard. Haize, it wouldn't be a successful live stream if I didn't flame your beard. It's okay. Your mama massaged grapeseed oil in it earlier. We all good, bro. That's all it is, man. She got my pubes too. So we in the building, bro. It is what it is, man. I'm your daddy. It's cool. Jamal in the building. What's going on, Jamal? He says, what up, Haize? Let's see how today goes. I have no hopes, bro. Scocks, what's going on, fam? Glad to have you in the building. Slim21 says, salute. He also says, why they won't sign Melo and Rose for more. Derrick Rose is not a free agent. He did not get bought out. He's not getting bought out. Why does everybody keep talking about Rose? Derrick Rose is not a free agent. He was not there to sign. Melo, I do have my theories on Melo. I have said that I do think that Carmelo Anthony probably doesn't want to play basketball. I can't imagine no team in the NBA has called out or tried to sign Carmelo Anthony this season, much less the Bulls. So I think, don't be surprised if at the beginning of next season we hear that Melo officially retired. So, would you prefer P. Will starting over Caruso? Yes, because it's just a more traditional lineup. Laughing my ass off. I had to hit you with that. You all good, bro. We're closer to tanking than the play-in. Let's just get a high draft pick. Well, keep in mind, so it's tanking doesn't usually help. It doesn't. The Philadelphia 76ers tanked for a decade, and the only player that they have to show from tanking for 10 years is Joel Embiid. That's it. Michael Carter-Williams, Jahlil Okafor, they all out the league. So tanking doesn't necessarily. I think that at least my assumption is that AK's decision is let's just let the season ride out to its natural conclusion. And I think that's fair. You don't actively try to tank, but you see what your players can do, and that allows you to evaluate everything about them. But if the Bulls do, keep in mind, we still have it's a very small chance we're going to hold on to our pick. So we'll see. Best believe it's going to absolutely be a world in which the Bulls miss the play-in, they don't keep their own draft pick, and they don't get Portland's pick, and this season was just a complete wash. Just a complete wash. Any word on Green? Somebody said that Coach Donovan said that Javonte Green is running straight forward, but he hasn't done anything laterally. So that's what I think's happening. He's not coming back this season. We should have a focus on post defense and three-point shooting this offseason, which I think starts with retooling the roster and moving DeMar and getting a different center. No, we got a great center. Nikola Vucevic is a top 10 center in this league. If you move DeMar and you move Patrick Williams theoretically back to the three, you sign a big that can play the power forward that helps complements the things that Vooch is weak at, then I think you re-sign Vooch and you're good to go. But if you're going to keep P. Will at the 4, I do think then you have to do some things different and possibly move DeMar. They have a lot of things at their disposal, but they have to decide on a route with this roster to try to modernize this offense. They have to. Tony says 5 Javontes on the bench with bad knees. That's funny. Nice shirt there, Haize. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. J3 Kabur. I heard he had a meeting with the Celtics yesterday. I don't know how true that is. Who? The Rose? Is that what you're talking about? I don't remember what your comment was earlier. You saw Melo? If Melo had a meeting with the Celtics, watch out, NBA. 67% sure that the Bulls are going to play great in the first half and play lazy in the second half. Well, keep in mind, even the Bulls' last few losses, they didn't play lazy in the second half. They just got outworked in the second half. So what do you see as the biggest threat in this Pacers game? Their ability to rebound and Ben Mathurin coming off the bench. That's the combination of those. So annoyed Goran went to the Bucks. Bad enough we cut him. Why have to be the Bucks though? Ouch. And I think we played the Bucks once or twice more this season. Watch him cook us. He's gonna cook us. Do not be surprised if Goran Dragic comes off the bench and absolute cooks us. So we face the Bucks just one more time the rest of the season on April 5th. So be locked in for that April 5th game because Lord, it may be a slacking. Haize, I told you they need to do some type of witchcraft to ward off bad juju in the UC Advocate Center. Knee problems with every player. D-Rose, Zoe, Levine, Javonte. That's 4 players. But I get what you're saying. But hey, it is what it is, man. The ACL gods do not look favorably upon us. If we lose today, I might start questioning play. Oh, no, I just said it earlier, Dunzo. If we don't win this game today, we're not making a play. And theoretically, that's not true. But I'm just saying for me and what I'm looking for, if the Bulls don't win this game today, we're not making the play. That's my opinion. That's how I'm going to attack it. If we don't make the play in, what now? Wholesale changes for this roster. That's all I can say. Kevin Haize says, my God, let's go Bulls. Are a bad team that's poorly coached. Come kick it with the Cognac Gang, though, Shy Bulls podcast. First of all, how you going to promote my fam on my live stream? What the hell are you talking about, Kevin? No, but definitely y'all go support the Cognac Boys. We need someone like JJJ if Vooch going to be our center. Exactly. I'll say this. We need somebody, if you move P. Will to the 3, you then do need a DJJ type, I would say too, like a Jay Crowder type, but maybe with a little bit more size. Like you need some hustle. So, and I still don't. I think long term, I think they view P. Will long term as a 4 because I think long term you're going to see Dalen Terry be the 3. So that's just my opinion. They haven't really said anything to allude to that. That's kind of my thinking. Yeah, I was saying Melo. Okay, yeah, I figured that. That makes sense. I mean, if Melo signs with the Celtics, man, that's dangerous potentially. Well, here we go again. I'm almost done with this team for the rest of the season. I really do not believe we're going to miss the play-in because that Toronto game fuck it all up, but I hope I'm not right. I mean, listen, the Toronto game didn't necessarily mess it up because we still own tiebreakers over Miami and the Atlanta Hawks. So technically, if those teams drop, we own the tiebreakers. But as long as the Wizards are winning, especially with them winning over the Raptors, that definitely hurt us, man. That definitely hurt us. If we would have owned that tiebreaker over the Raptors as well, that would have just helped the Bulls so much. But again, you got to win to do that, and the Bulls aren't necessarily winning either. So that definitely plays a part in it. Archangel says another thing people rarely appreciate about Vooch is his incredible durability. Has he even missed a game this year? That's a great. I don't think he has. I don't think Vooch has missed a game this season. So let's see. So he played in 73 games last season. He's played in all 64 games this season. Yeah, Vooch hasn't missed a game this season. So shout out to Vooch. While we're at it, do some witchcraft on Billy also so he can come up better coaching schemes. Listen, that's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I think personally, Zach and DeMar's play styles don't mesh well just because they are both very ball dominant. I don't believe Vooch is the problem. Billy's coaching style also doesn't complement them. That's great. Here's what I'll say. A upper echelon coach in the NBA can make a way to figure it out, right? He's going to draw up a scheme, whether it comes with staggering minutes or it comes with this quarter we're going to play through this player, this quarter we're going to play through that player. But it takes a coach with a scheme and a game plan to make that type of stuff happen when you have two ball-dominant players. Billy Donovan ain't it. No bag Billy has no coaching philosophy. What is Billy Donovan's coaching philosophy, right? What is the thing that you identify about how Billy Donovan coaches a game? You look at small ball and you look at he allows his stars to kind of do their own thing. But that's not a coaching scheme. That's not a philosophy, right? And so you need a coach with a strong coaching scheme and philosophy, and those are different things. Let's be clear. Philosophy and schemes are different things. You need those to work in conjunction, and we don't have that with Billy Donovan. We don't have that at all. And so because of that, you have to then have players with high basketball IQ. And honestly, this is just me being honest. What do we rank the basketball IQ of the players that we have? Zach, we all know. Zach LaVine's basketball IQ is marginally good at sometimes, but it's bad, especially in crunch time. DeMar DeRozan is a smart player, basketball IQ player in the fact of drawing fouls, but he's not smart. He's not a high IQ defensive player, and he's not, at least on this team. Now, when he was on the Spurs, I would say that he did display high basketball IQ, but he hasn't displayed that on this team. Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams ain't aggressive. We don't even know what his basketball IQ is right now. We don't know. We can't evaluate it. I would say Vooch is also a high basketball IQ player, but again, because he's forced to not play his natural game because he plays with DeMar and then the coach doesn't use him well, we don't get to see a lot of Vooch's high basketball IQ. Kobe White, he's showing some flashes of that. Dalen Terry, I think Dalen Terry is a high basketball IQ player, but he's a rookie. It's going to be a while until we see that on the court. Javonte Green. He's an intelligent player, but he's not like I'm about to strategically do these things on offense. He's just a heart. He plays with heart. Same thing with DJJ. He's a player that plays with a lot of heart. Andre Drummond's smart defensively, but not necessarily offensively. We don't have a lot of high IQ basketball players on this team, and it hurts the team absolutely. So that was a long ass winded answer to that question, but there you go. Super Duper Danko says, this is the most distraught I've been as a Bulls fan. We've never been this good and this bad before. It's wild. It's definitely tough. It's Kev. I never knew your name was Kevin Hodge, bro. My bad. Like, Kev, I never knew your actual name, bro. Like, I always see you from your podcast channel. Shout out to Big Kev being in the building, man. Y'all show Big Kev some love. We got to get him on Bull Central one day soon. He's one of my favorite people talking about Chicago in general, man. I don't want to see DeMar go, but we got to do what we got to do. Oh, absolutely. 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 You got to improve the team, man. You definitely need to improve the team. I agree with this one as well from V-Rod. Passive P needs to grow up. Completely agree with you, bro. I don't get why people wanted Russ so hard. That would be the third ball dominant player. Well, that's why I did say, and people were killing me. Like, if he did come to the team, he would have had to come off the bench just because of like just how ball dominant he is. But hey, we didn't. He's not here. And have the Clippers won a game since they got him? But let's be honest, the Bulls aren't doing nothing. This season has been a complete disappointment. 100%, Omar. 100%. I said the same thing to your mom when she was massaging my beard. But damn, Ja Morant, I hate to see a young, great talent damn near throw his career away to try to be something he ain't. We did a live stream on that yesterday, brother. Completely agree with you. Billy don't know how to use Drummond. That Toronto game proves that. Oh, for sure. Again, Billy Donovan has no coaching bag. All we got to hope is next year is better year to hear your live stream. Bro, listen, I'm going to be live regardless, bro. And let's hope that we got way better things to talk about next season. I'm so curious what Acme has planned for the offseason. I don't know if I should be excited or scared. A mixture of both, Sydney. We should be a mixture of excited and let's be honest here, right? So far, Acme in his offseasons has shown us a great offseason, the ability to sign DeMar, Lonzo without cap space, using your exception to get Alex Caruso in. All really solid moves, right? All really solid moves. But we also seen an offseason in which it was marginal. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Drummond on this team. And I do think that if Drummond was utilized a little bit better, we'd be even higher on him. But yeah, and Dalen Terry signing, I'm high on Dalen Terry, but offseason, that was kind of mid. So we really don't know what to expect going into this offseason. We really don't know. Because of coaching when he was on the Spurs, Pop made that motherfucker run point, and it made him better as a player. Credit Pop. That's why when people always in the comments talk about coaching, like, oh, well, Billy Donovan's not out there missing threes, it's like you missed the point of what good coaching really, how it really impacts a team. How it really impacts a team. Trade DeMar does not equal tanking at all, V-Rod. I don't know what you're talking about. That does not equal tanking at all. It depends on what you get back in the trade, but trading DeMar does not necessarily equal tanking at all. It doesn't. Lonzo and Vooch has the highest IQ. Agreed. And I only left Lonzo out because we don't know if Lonzo's going to even play for us next season. But Lonzo has great basketball IQ, both offensively and defensively. Hi, bro. How are you doing? I hope the Bulls could win today because we need this win bad. Oh, for sure. For sure. Before signing Billy, he was seen as a mid-offensive and defensive coach, but supposedly a good developing coach. Can't believe we missed on Ime Udoka. We got scammed. Well, I mean, listen, I feel you. Mark Shannon says, the summer going to be lit on Chicago Sky. Oh, listen, I'm even considering. I need to find somebody who'll do it with me, maybe Steve-O, but I'm considering live calling Chicago Sky games. You guys always know, I tell you, I don't live call Chicago Bulls games, because I'll never step on what C-Dub and Bobby do over on Shy Bulls podcast. Never. I would join their live stream during their live calls, but I would never step on what my brothers are doing. But I always say that I don't necessarily think that that's a skill set that I have, but I'm going to try to build it up so I'm better at it to help C-Dub and Bobby both on Bear Central and Shy Bulls podcast. So I'm going to try to call some live call some games on Chicago Sky Central this season for sure. Would you like to see Vooch and Drummond on the floor together on the floor? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hey, why we gotta why you had to go to the BAN, bro? Omar, you took it a bit too far there. But listen, bro, your mama gonna make sure my hairline's good. She got the jojoba oil. She rubs that in with the juices and berries on my forehead every day. I'm good, bro. Like, I'm good, man. She put a little couple of drops of coochie juice in there. We straight, bro. Don't even worry about it. Mark Shannon says, we deep in Wintrust this year. Oh, I'll definitely be in Wintrust this year, bro. Definitely being Wintrust this year. Those that don't know, I worked out a deal with Chicago Sky's sales and marketing team. So they're paying me to go to, I think it's 8 to 10 games this season. So I'll definitely be there for those games as well as other ones. And I'm working on a t-shirt design with the Chicago Sky. So I'm officially ingrained in the actual Chicago Sky organization. You guys will see me heavily represented there. So if you guys are Chicago Sky fans or watch the broadcast, don't be surprised if you see your boy introduced at halftime. So Mark Sanders said you should. I'm definitely going to try to build up that muscle and grow that game, bro. I'm definitely joining you for. Oh, good, Kev. Like, I didn't even know you were a Sky fan. Good, bro. I appreciate that for sure. Brandon Finney says, respect, Haize. I appreciate that. CP Honcho says, F this stream. Finna lock in the Bears offseason. Be right back in Fields we trust. Make sure you guys go over to Chicago Bears Central as well, man. But yeah. Mama gotta have a life too, Omar. Yo, what's going on, Daniel? Glad to have you in the building, fam. Glad to have you in here. Jay Lee, you are absolutely correct. Haize going to throw tables and chairs if he live calls Bulls games. Listen, there have been games during this Bulls season where I literally thought this is why I can't live call Bulls games, because I've thrown headphones. You guys were on the stream where I threw my cup, I threw a hat, I put on my do-rag. Like it gets deep. It definitely gets deep. Hi, I want to offer promotion for your channel viewers, followers. The price is lower than any competitor. Hey, man, listen, get off my stream. Hold on. We about to put you on some dumb shit. Don't come in here with that bullshit. Love your show, brother. Big ups to you. Do you see the Bulls shopping for a center over the break? Iceberg Galen, I'll say this. They have to if Vooch walks. You have to shop for a center. But I do think there's a world in which they move DeMar, move Zach, do some other things on the roster. They re-sign Vooch and Drummond. We'll see. I do think that Drummond may opt out just to try to get more money. We'll see. It's not like Drummond's played incredibly well this season, but also that time on the bench not being utilized. Drummond could absolutely look at Billy Donovan and be like, listen, I don't want to be coached by this motherfucker another season. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Watch us bring back the whole roster next year and just say we're waiting to see. Bro, I'll tell you right now, if this front office tries to sell us again on continuity and waiting on Lonzo Ball to come back healthy, we riot at noon. We riot at noon. I'm literally going to put up the bull signal over the UC. If you see a bull signal in the sky at 11 p.m., we riding at midnight on the UC. We pulling Acme up out of there by his suit collar. Eversley got to go as well, and we beating everybody. We just beating everyone. We beating them all. If I'm Vooch, I'm running far away from this. I feel you. I think a sneaky player to look at this offseason is Cat on the move. You know what? Sports Prodigy, that is actually a very astute and well pointed out thing, because as we've seen, right, the Gobert Cat thing didn't necessarily work out the way that the Minnesota Timberwolves were hoping. And it's going to be easier to move Cat than Gobert. I still think that they should try to keep Cat if they had to choose between the two. But if they do feel compelled to move Cat to kind of reconstruct that roster with having a defensive center in Rudy Gobert, I would not mind the Bulls to be on the phone for Cat at all. Now, I do think that Cat has his own issues. Cat is not very dissimilar from Vooch in the fact of his defensive liabilities. But if you're able to build a deal around DeMar DeRozan or Zach LaVine, for that matter, to bring Cat into this team and then do some other things, you know, listen, it's a possibility. I'm not saying that it's for sure going to happen. I'm not saying that that's what I want to see them do. But I do feel you that is something sneaky to look out for sure. Definitely agree with you there. There are no good centers that will be available in free agency. Brooke will definitely re-sign. Vooch, I guess is what you mean. Oh, no. Okay, I got you. That's why I should read the whole statement. With the Bucks, then you only got Dwight Powell, Poto, Plumlee, and Jackson Hayes. Well, you don't have to improve your center by just free agents. So keep in mind, signing trades are a thing. Well, I guess they have to be a free agent, be signing trade, but trades also are a thing. And the Bulls definitely could try to work out signing trades using Kobe White, using Io if they decide to let Io walk, using Vooch. So there's a lot of tools at the Bulls' disposal. It's just, are they going to use it? That's the biggest question. Are they going to use it? Cat would be nice on the Bulls. Oh, absolutely. Silencer says Ja would use his baby blicky on Billy. Hey, listen, the fact that Ja Morant was sitting there like this to a gun about as big as this remote, what are you doing, bro? I can tell you ain't never shot a gun, bro. You wasn't with us shooting in the. Never mind. Let me stop that. I may implicate myself on some shit that I have. The statute of limitations definitely is not passed on. I don't think we have anything of value for the Wolves for Cat unless it was DeMar. Well, that would be the point, right? And you really don't know the motivation of the Minnesota Timberwolves yet, right? Are they going to be looking to add some veterans to a young team, right? Some veterans that could mentor Anthony Edwards and things like that. They could. I'm not saying that the Bulls can't. Anything is possible, but again, I wouldn't necessarily want to see the Bulls give up a lot of first round picks either, even for Cat, because we're going to need to hold on to our first round picks to try to draft, because I just don't have faith in anything necessarily working for this team. So, that's the kind of things you want to look out for. That's why I said I'm not necessarily expecting for it to happen or for them to make a move for Cat, but as somebody who could be sneaky to look out for, hey. Would love Cat. That's from Kevin, Big Kev. I agree with you there, bro. Cat and Drummond off the bench. And you know what? I would honestly say that you could play probably Cat and Drum together a little bit more than you can Vooch and Cat. But again, like I said, Vooch and Drum. But like I said, Karl Anthony Towns has a lot of the same limitations as Nikola Vucevic. He's younger though, which helps your timeline for sure. But yeah. The effing Knicks, bro. I hate the Knicks, bro. I hate the Knicks. Taking into consideration, especially people crying about Zach's max and not carrying non-existent Bulls teams to the playoffs in the past. Cat was the same. Only time he made the playoffs was with Jimmy. That's a great point there. Very great point. I completely agree with you on that one. Silence says, bro, I thought that gun was a keychain or USB stick. That is hilarious. That is funny. The early games messing me up. Yeah, it's always weird when we have games early. I won't even lie to you. It's definitely always strange. It's like a weird timing thing for me. Plumlee and Tice with Vooch sounds good. Is Naz Muhammad available this offseason? I don't mind Plumlee. And Tice, you already know. I wish the Bulls would have been able to hold on to Tice for sure. Haize, I can flip patties on that forehead, ugly ass nigga. First of all, your mama know. One, I'm a lot of things in life. But you got to come different with ugly jokes, because ugly as I'm not. Secondly, you can flip pancakes on my forehead. That's fine. But I was sure popping my dick on your mama's booty, though. That's just what we do, bro. I was making it bounce. I was literally just playing drums with my dick on your mama's ass cheeks, bro. Literally. That's what we was doing. That's what we was doing, bro. Omar's a funny ass dude, bro. I would love, you know what? This summer, on some board shit, we're gonna have a roasting battle. We're gonna get Omar in here. We're gonna get Pat the designer. We're gonna get Steve-O. We're gonna get me. I'm gonna think of some other ones. We're gonna get a roasting battle going. That's what we're gonna do. Omar's funny as hell, bro. That's literally my dude. Omar funny as hell, bro. Oh man. Hey, that motherfucking gun was small. My arm's bigger than that gun, bro. And the fact that you thought that you were so impressed by that gun that you had to take put it in your video. What there was nothing impressive about. Have you ever shot a gun before? That's tough, man. Oh, Caruso's back in the starting lineup, y'all. Patrick Bev, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso, and Nikola Vucevic are our starting lineups today. So got to tweet that out. Bam. All right, cool. That's tough, man. Steve-O says, I'm going to bake y'all. Yeah, hey, let me know if y'all would be interested in a roasting tournament. Oh, we should have did it for March. Next year in March Madness, we'll have to do a roasting tournament. That would be fun, too. Brackets, that would be funny. Brother, I work in law enforcement. If the Bulls don't get it together, I'm going to turn into Denzel Washington and put cases on all the management to they will be playing basketball in Cook County. That's hilarious, bro. That is funny. That's funny. That is hilarious. AD seems mentally and physically almost done. People want AD, Zach, and Lonzo on the same team. We're going to be playing with our G Leaguers again, man. Listen, that's a team. AD, Zach LaVine, and Lonzo, there's probably one healthy knee between those three people. There's 6 knees, but only one of them's healthy. Only one healthy knee in that whole group. That's tough, bro. That's definitely tough. Harrison Barnes and Seth Curry would be good pickup. I wouldn't mind Harrison Barnes, man. I was hoping he was going to be bought out. Seth, listen. The way that me and Pat the designer roasted Seth Curry's beard, man, I don't even want to have to put myself through that no more, bro. I don't want to have to put myself through that. So, it is what it is there. Haize, if you want to do a roast battle, it's your funeral, you fat fuck. Oh, wait, hold on, bro. Hold on. Wait a second now. Wait a second. You know what else is fat? Your mama's ass. You know what else was fat in her ass? My dick. So, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Don't even worry about it. Your mama licked my left titty too, bro. It felt good. I'm not even going to hold you on that one, bro. Not even going to hold you on that one. Yo, Haize, you know what Ja real name is? Demetrius. Imagine that's the name of a guy you supposed to be scared. Look, nobody's afraid. Nobody's afraid of Ja Morant. Nobody is, bro. It's nobody is afraid of Ja. Even the nickname, like your name is Demetrius and you chose the nickname Ja. Come on, fam. Leave that man beard alone. Hey, listen, that's funny. Harrison is a legit glue guy, two-way player, 14 to 15, a solid defensive rebounder who can play small forward and power forward. Yeah, I agree with that one. I agree. Haize, that's just low. Not even bacon no more. Tony Bradley, that's funny. That is hilarious. That's funny. We're going to re-sign Tony Bradley, man, for $50 million. Haize built like a meatball with, bro, that's a whack. Like, I hate it when people, like, Omar can legitimately roast. Like, Omar is funny. You have to be funny to roast. First of all, you chose Calix or you're not even original with your damn username, bro. Like you stop, bro. That was a terrible joke. Is this Reggie again? You gotta stop. That's a bad joke, bro. That's definitely a bad joke. Billy so annoying, shaking my fucking head. Back to small lineup. Come on, the moment that we lost that game, that Billy Donovan was going to use that as an excuse to go back to the other lineup. That's all it was. Ja was holding that kitty gun like a chick would. Like I told you guys, like, oh well, you guys weren't on the stream, but legit, Ja Morant acted like a girl who was in the passenger seat of her dude's car, who was happy she was riding with a thug. Like, oh, you got a gun? You got a gun? Oh, y'all see this gun? Like that was Ja Morant, bro. Like, come on, man, what you doing, bro? Come on, fam. Calix, you need a timeout for that. No, you gotta let people who got whack jokes just roast themselves, bro. Like Reggie hung himself all day that one stream, bro. That was funny. Like Katie got bands. Bobby always brings up that video when we talk about that. That's funny. We could trade DeMar for Kyle Kuzma also. I don't know, man. Not that I dislike Kuzma, right? I like Kuzma, and I would like his skill set on the team, but Kuzma's getting paid, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. What's Kyle Kuzma's contract? Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Kyle Kuzma's getting paid. Oh, it's only $13 million a season. Oh no, we can take on Kuzma for that. We can definitely take on Kuzma for that. This Dallas Phoenix game is a good one. I don't doubt it. What's the score of that game? 105-100 with 9 minutes left. Listen, Kyrie and Luka together, man. I had so much hope for that, but I just don't know how that's going to come. I believe Kuzma's an unrestricted free agent after the season. Things just got interesting. Game's about to start. I thought the game was at 2:30 Chicago time. Yeah, the game ain't about to start no time soon, bro. We got plenty of time. Haize, you got one big titty and one small titty. They call you Biggie. Come on, Omar. You're capable of better than that, bro. You're capable of better than that. We're capable of way better than that, bro. We're not talking about the fact that when you were born without a nut sack and your mama thought that you were a girl because your dick's so small it looked like a clitoris. We didn't even talk about that, bro. Like, come on, man. Let's get this shit together, fam. Like, Omar, I expect better than you from these jokes, fam. I expect better than you in that one, bro. What time type of name is fucking Calix. How the fuck you mix Alex and Kyle, but us is the C for that bitch? That's funny. Archangel says, Ja, from a legal standpoint, I'm a lawyer. Please don't hold it against me. You a lawyer? All right, that's what's up. The Grizz potentially exposed for civil litigation because their employee has now been involved in an actionable combo of events. That's like once he hit the little kid, man, that definitely opened some things up. So I heard that joke on Yo Mama. Whoa, I wish I would have tried out for Yo Mama. Like that I missed that show. That was the golden age, man. The Ultimate Rage says, I wish I could roast motherfuckers like this on TikTok. They shut me down for saying normal shit. Hey, man, how y'all be getting shut down on these apps, bro? That's weird. Yeah, I looked it up. Kuz is opting out this summer to become an unrestricted. Well, hey, shout out to that one. Yeah, like, Omar, you got to stop. Omar, me and you can roast, bro. We got to stop because now me and Omar about to start getting on y'all, bro, because this is whack. What is this, bro? This like y'all, like Dion, bro. Like, come on, man. Your name's Dion Allen. Shut up, bro. Like, you got to literally shut up, bro. You got to shut up. Like, that's deep. You got to just shut up. Like, I love when me and Omar roast, but y'all be trying to get in there. Y'all not only people who can get up there with me and Omar is Steve-O, bro. No, but on some serious stuff, if the Clippers continue to tank, we could be potential trade partners with them. And some people have talked about the concept of bringing PG-13 here as well. While I wouldn't mind that, you never know. You never know. Haters gonna hate that mass reporter motherfucker because they some bitches. Yeah, that's for sure. Little Bulls, are we cool? Why wouldn't we be cool, bro? What you talking about? Why wouldn't we be cool? Omar laughing. Dion Allen laughing my ass off. If you love Zach's bad sock selection, you'll love Kuzma's. That's funny. Vern in the building. Vern says, yo, Haize, do you think there's a higher chance Javonte stays now because of the long-term injury he suffered earlier this season? Well, let's wait and see if it's long-term, but I do think it definitely can help the Bulls re-sign him. I definitely think that. Auntie in the building. What's going on, Auntie? Auntie, you literally sent in your voicemail right as I was editing. I had already recorded the mailbag episode, so I'll put your voicemail on tomorrow's episode. Auntie, so I didn't want you to think I missed out on you, but thank you for leaving your voicemail and always supporting the channel. You know I love it when you're here. It's okay, guys. The Bulls just hate us. Oh, that's 100% fact, Butter Biscuit. 100% fact. PTSD time. Trade DeMar for Kawhi. Chip incoming. DeMar announces retirement right after. That's so funny. Hey, listen. If DeMar DeRozan does retire this offseason, it would literally be a godsend. That would literally send the Bulls from having no cap space to having about $10 million in cap space. So, but he's not going to do that. Most players don't retire while they still got a guaranteed year left on their contract because they want that money before they go. I can't wait to see how Chicago gets the lead in the first half and then chokes it in the second. For real, though, this team needs to step up. Immortal Beast 416, I agree with you, bro. Like, I would... there's definitely a chance of that, especially against this team. It always happens. So we'll see. Question: how good would we be if we got Pat Bev earlier in the season before Dragic? That's a good question, man. I do think that the Bulls would have probably looked to bring in a higher caliber point guard had they known Lonzo was going to be out this season. I truly do believe that they were confident that Lonzo was going to be able to come back this season. I really do believe that. I think they thought that second surgery was going to set that timeline to make it more clear. It didn't happen, unfortunately, but, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Goon says, what's wrong with Ja? He's an idiot. That's all it is. He's young and stupid. That boy Ja clearly listened to a lot of King Von. That's funny. Goon, he need his ass whoop. I'm gonna send you a ticket to Memphis real quick. That's funny. Listen, could you imagine Ja Morant getting cussed out by Goon? Could you imagine that? He would literally probably cry. Like, Ja would be like, I don't even want to be called Ja no more. Call me Tremetrius. Call me by my government name. He cut those dreads off. He get a high tapered box fade. He get a bootsy fade, and we wouldn't even look at Ja the same anymore. Goon would have Ja Morant questioning his whole existence for sure. Steve-O, yes sir, I'm with that. That's funny. As much as it sucks, I think Ja needed some public embarrassment to wake up. Well, you think he would have got it after it came out that he punched that teenager and then said that he was justified to do it because the teenager threw a ball at him? You an NBA player. You walked in this guy's house, this kid's house. Let's keep in mind, not guy, kid's house, and punched him because he threw a basketball at you. Listen, I would have literally wiped my face with the millions of dollars I got in front of the kid and walked out. Like, come on, man. This is what we doing? Haize, I don't know if you've seen the vid from Bobby Marks a few weeks ago, but he reported there are exceptions we could apply for to get rid of Lonzo. No, that's correct. They're incorrect. There's not anything that we can apply for to get rid of Lonzo's contract. If the Bulls do think that there is a chance that Lonzo isn't going to play any next season, they could try to get a DPE. They could also stretch and waive his contract, but both those things do what that does. DPE, it allows the Bulls to sign more open spot to sign another player. But again, that would still send them into the luxury tax. Doubt they're going to do that. What the waive and stretch would do is that it will allow them, they still have to pay Lonzo's contract, but it allows them to stretch the remaining part of that contract over, I think it's 3 years, I believe. I could be wrong on that. But again, I don't see the Bulls, that it doesn't save the Bulls long-term money, so I don't know, man. You need your ass kicked for allegedly sleeping with people's mothers. Everybody, somebody's mama. Mama got to get dick too, bro. Like that don't change anything. Everybody, somebody's mama. When your mama was your mama, when me, your daddy was banging her neck out, bro. Like it is what it is. Your mama got some throat babies. It's all cool, bro. It is what it is. Alana says, Ja want to be hood so bad. My little cousin's scarier than him for real. A lot of us have cousins that's scarier than him. Goon gonna stop his ass so bad the color in his head gonna be bleached. Call his ass Demetrius Rodman. That's funny. That is hilarious. If you can get both Io and Kobe back, what is the price range as Bulls fans we should want for either of them? Io, keep in mind, because Io was a second round pick with a 2-year deal, I think the most he can get is 9.5. But I think the way he played this season, he's probably not getting that. So I think Io, realistically, anywhere between 7 to 8.5 is probably a realistic spot for Io. Kobe's harder to gauge, right? Because while he's made leaps in every other aspect of his game, the one thing that was supposed to be his bread and butter, shooting, he's having his worst shooting season of his career. So I think that could help you get him at a fair price. I think at that point, you'd have to kind of try to re-sign Kobe probably at about $9 million as a base salary over 3 years, with probably a player option in the fourth. That's what I would think would have to happen there. Mark says, I definitely cracked a few mamas in my day. Listen, you got to, bro. I cracked a few of my teammates' mamas in high school, but we ain't going to talk about that because I think some of them still watch the channel, so we're going to leave that alone. Io, that's my son. He's just struggling right now, but his defense nice. Don't get it fucked up about Io. I'm just saying. No, and I think Io still, it's a sophomore slump. And there are some players that do have sophomore slumps and they rebound, rebuild, and they come back the next season, giving us what we thought we were going to get from them in their second season. I'm not completely down on Io. You do have some people that are, and I can kind of understand it because people live in the now, but overall, Io still got it, and I think Io may be suffering from that confidence thing. I think once Io's confidence gets back, he'll be okay. Damn, your teammate. Listen, bro. Like, listen, we gonna leave that there. Like I said, I think they watch the channel, so I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say no names. Kenny B says we got to get depth at the 4. Please add shooters and rim protection. We'll see. MILF Pogs, wow. Okay. All right, Dion. I love Io Claude. A lot of people do love Io. I don't think a lot of people still see the potential in Io DeSumo. They just they're just disappointed at the season. Sydney says she is at the game now. Shout out to you, Sydney. Hopefully you have fun. Hopefully you bring some positive energy and the Bulls get a dub. So Zach Levine's doctor says, I'm actually all of your mom's doctor. So what you saying? You smashing your patients? Is that what you saying? That's a malpractice lawsuit waiting to happen, bro. Definitely waiting to happen. You definitely about to get sued. You about to get sued. Considering Ayo's performance this year, do you think maybe we can get him to re-sign for less than expected? I think coming into the season, I would not have been surprised if Ayo Dosunmu's agent thought that they were about to get paid. And now he's looking at it like, hey man, you ruined the bag for both of us. But so yeah, I definitely think that this season he's taken a couple of $1 million off that deal. That's for sure. What the hell did I walk into? You walked into a flat out roast, bro. We could have got Noel or even Bo Cruz. We signed another point guard. A point guard that we immediately sent back down to the G League. We signed him, and the next day we signed him back to the G League, meaning that nothing happened. Nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. That's crazy, fam. The Bulls did a cost-saving measure that, that's just frustrating with this team. But all right, y'all, we got 10 minutes roughly until the game starts. I'll be back here at the halftime hangout. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. I appreciate and love you guys so much. Make sure you're following the show at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for our mailbag episodes, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. I love you guys, man. I'll see you guys right back here at the halftime hangout. Make sure you guys are tuned in there. Peace, y'all.